Well, Coach, appreciate your time, and let's talk about, I know you're undefeated up to this point. It's been kind of you and Buffalo in Class 2, and I want to talk about the matchup in a moment. But first of all, what have you seen out of your team that has kind of gotten you up to this point? How would you kind of characterize your season leading into the championship game Friday afternoon?
Yeah, David, that's a great question. And to be 100% honest with you, right now, today, we're exactly where we thought we'd be. Our kids have come out. They had an incredible off season. They're an experienced group of young men. They've got some great varsity playing time ever since they were sophomores. So, the guys came out and they worked extremely hard. And our thing that we talk to the kids about literally is getting better day by day, not getting ahead of ourselves. And it's been very impressive how the kids have been able to handle that, not look forward. We've been focused. We break it down literally, like I said, day by day, practice by practice, rep by rep, and the kids they've been hungry all year long, and they played very, very good football.
Basically, a lot of people thought it was going to be you and Buffalo in 2A. How did you let that not become a major distraction for your guys?
Yeah, well, and honestly, going right back to the way I just answered that last question is these kids, it's amazing how grounded these kids are, and they understand that if you don't take care of today, there's no tomorrow, and we talk to the guys about that all the time, that you can't get today back, and you can't focus. We talk about focus, be where your feet are, and the guys have really, really responded to it. So as far as a distraction, obviously our ultimate goal was to be where we're at right now and have an opportunity to play for the state championship, and the guys have been very, very grounded on that. And again, David, I'm going to tell you, man, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've had some very, very hardworking kids, but nobody's outworked these kids.
How did you maybe see your team use last year's loss in the title game as motivation, if there was any sort of motivation along those lines?
Yeah, well, actually there was motivation to that because, we talked to the guys about this in the spring, and again, the kids are completely bought into it, and one of our things is Mountain View is certainly not going to beat Mountain View, and so in order for a team, we decided, we made a pact, we made a commitment, if a team's going to beat us, number one, they're going to have to be a very good team. Number two, they're going to have to play very good to beat us. And so, our guys have really, really bought into that. And by far it's not perfect. I still don't think we played our best football, and hopefully that happens at 12 o'clock on Friday. But we're taking care of the football. We're tackling. We're not blowing assignments. And that's our big thing is so as far as the motivation from last year is, we lost 2 games last year, and we had 10 turnovers in those 2 games. And up to this point right now with our varsity, our ones, and obviously they've played a limited amount of time because of, we've been big on our opponents, but we have 3 turnovers, and one of them was last week.
Let's talk about Buffalo. What do you look at when you see the Bison in this rematch of the title game?
Yeah, well, number one, Coach Hammond does a great job. His staff does a great job. He's got his kids prepared to play, and they're playing very good football. And then when you put that together with talented kids, their running back, number 8, obviously is an absolute stud. The number 4 is a very, very good athlete. And, another kid that's been really impressive in my film study is number 3, plays H-back and does a lot of blocking for him, and he's a physical kid. And then you talked about the kids up front, their offensive line. They've basically got everybody back. So, they're doing some great things. And, we're going to come out and like I said, our goal is just to play Mountain View football, and we think our style of football is pretty dang good right now, and we're playing great.
All right, don't want you to give away your game plan. What would be some of your keys to success? What are you talking about and doing in preparation to get yourself ready for this big one?
Well, number one, we want our offense on the field. We like to think our offense can score from anywhere on the field. We're explosive and we're fast. We have great team speed. I talk about Buffalo's up front defensively and offensively. This is could be the very best I've ever coached. And then you combine that with all of our skill guys. So we want our offense on. Obviously, we need to keep their offense in front of our defense. Limit big plays. And be very, very physical on both sides of the ball, to tell you the truth.
Brent Walk with Mountain View, thank you so much for your time again. Best luck in the championship Friday against Buffalo.
Hey, David, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.